All right, we're back at it again. We're talking about New England Patriots 2024 NFL draft targets. Today we're talking about Tip Reiman, tight end from Illinois. Well, I had Tip Reiman on the list for tight end sleepers after watching some East-West Shrine Bowl practice tape, but it seems the cat is out of the bag on him. He put on a show at the 2024 NFL Combine with one of the best performances from a tight end in Combine history. So, I've decided to provide some analysis and highlights on this intriguing draft prospect for the New England Patriots. Tip is 6'5" and 271 pounds, making him the heaviest tight end at this year's Combine. With his physical stature, including 10.5-inch hands, 32 and 7/8 inch arm length, and a wingspan of 79 and 7/8, so nearly 80-inch wingspan. This guy has a prototypical size to be an inline tight end at the NFL level. Remarkably, despite his substantial build, Reiman is a really dynamic tight end that can play a variety of alignments and responsibilities, thanks to his exceptional athleticism, recording notable combine metrics. His 40-yard, 4.64, placing him in the 82nd percentile. Additionally, his agility, shuttle drill, 4.26, 77th percentile. Vertical jump, 33.5. Broad jump, over 10 feet. This guy has explosive power. His 3-cone, 7.02, 76th percentile. And ready? Bench press, 28 reps, 96th percentile for tight ends. Crazy. Analyzing Reiman's strengths reveals a player with quickness off the snap, good speed up the seam, and his ability to gain separation with bursts as breaks. And he can run a pretty nice whip route. For a guy that big, it's impressive. Now, as a big body, sure-handed receiver, he displays fluid movement, he's got coordination, big, giant catch radius, right? Awesome end zone target. Notably, after the catch ability. This guy has a violent running style, and he has an adept use of a straight arm. This guy is ferocious, and it's hard to bring him down. Moreover, Reiman's resilience in pass protection. Completely underrated. You have to watch his tape. The guy only allowed 2 pressures and no sacks this year. Adds another layer of versatility to his skill set. If you watch the Penn State game, this guy shut down both Adisa Isaac and Chop Robinson, 2 of the top edge rushers in this 2024 NFL draft. Now, another small aspect to highlight is his ability to chip block and leach out for a pass. He is a great blocking tight end, so he can just fake the block and release out for an easy dump pass, something that's kind of underrated at the tight end position. Last but not least, he was a walk-on and made his way all the way up to being named captain at Illinois. My kind of guy, and his story relates to New England. Now for risks, during his senior year, Reiman's on-field performance was not stellar in terms of stats. He recorded only 19 catches for 203 yards and 3 touchdowns. But I will point out that's over 10 yards per reception, and he had an outstanding quarterback rating of 141.5 when targeted. So, maybe it's more about the system and being targeted rather than him as a player. Another thing to mention, despite his amazing combine numbers, he does struggle to consistently create separation, particularly in contested catch situations, so I don't see him being much of a deep threat unless he has a mismatch. Now, these things are not chronic issues, but they do show up. Again, maybe it's more about the system than the player. Now, why would the Patriots actually want to target him? Primarily, all of the Patriots tight ends are going into free agency this offseason. I do think we should consider bringing back Hunter Henry when you look at his abilities, and he was also team captain. I like Pharaoh Brown, but I am concerned he could get a decent contract after last season's performance and might decide to go to a contender. As a result, the Patriots need to find at least 2 tight ends in this draft, or maybe pick up one in the draft and one as UDFA. Tip could be a great backup for Pharaoh as a nasty inline blocker, and he has experience in the slot, even at wideout. So he has the physical tools to develop into a dangerous red zone target, and he adds depth behind anybody we decide to keep. In addition, his experience on special teams, and perhaps the most intriguing aspect for Reiman, is the Patriots' need to bolster their offensive line. I mean, Tip is 6'5", 271 pounds. He's got 10.5-inch hands, 32 and 7/8 arm length, and a wingspan of nearly 80 inches, and he benched 28 reps. I mean, at this point, he's about 20 pounds away from really being an offensive tackle. His testing would translate to a 9.78 RAS for an offensive tackle. So, considering our offensive line issues, he looks to be a no-brainer for me. Plus, he definitely has room to develop at the next level. Now, when would the Patriots actually target him? I really like the variety in this tight end class, and it's a bit underrated in my opinion. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these under-the-radar tight ends get drafted early on day 3. I wouldn't be shocked if guys like Benson, AJ Barner, Holker, Jaheim Bell, and Tip are gone by the 5th or 6th. I think Tip Reiman's combine metrics, collegiate stats, and tape present a compelling tight end prospect. His blend of size, speed, reliability make him a versatile asset that a lot of teams are going to covet. And they might see that he will develop into a formidable presence in tight end position. He just gives off that Heath Miller vibe, right? Now, another thing to point out is that, yes, tight ends are not really sought after in the NFL draft. However, I will point out your best playoff teams have the best tight ends. That's something to think about. So I think the Patriots would have to target Tip in the 5th if the other tight ends are gone or they haven't picked up a tight end yet. However, if they have picked up a tight end or they're keeping one of their own free agents, I would really consider taking him as a second tight end if he's still there in the 6th or 7th round. Anyway, what do you guys think about Tip? Do you think the Patriots should target him? If so, when? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.